Welcome back, everybody. This yoga class is dedicated to opening up the heart. We have the moon in Leo today. So we take this opportunity, because Leo rules the heart, to really work on getting rid of the armor around our hearts and our inability to love the way we should really be loving. Not only do we have the moon in Leo, we have a very significant conjunction in the sky of two extremely powerful planets today, occurring in various parts of the world in the next 24 hours. It is Pluto, the planet of transformation, destruction, endings, but very deep things, things that are hidden, next to Jupiter, the planet of our highest intention, our sole purpose, our ability to do what we came here to do. So to make the most of that very powerful conjunction and turning Pluto into an opportunity to bring out the power of our love, this seems a really good time to be working on the heart. So the sequencing of this class is very simple, but it is intricate. So please listen carefully to the instructions and only do what you feel comfortable doing. So we start off in a seated pose with our right foot in front, placing our hand onto our right foot. We're going to go straight into warming the spine, and we'll end with a guided meditation. So you're going to inhale through the nostrils as you open up the chest, lift the chin ever so slightly. And as you exhale, you're going to round into the spine, drop the chin into the chest. So it's inhale through the nostrils, exhale through the nostrils. Just keep going, and I'm going to show you from the side what it looks like, and you're not going to be flinging your head around. You're going to allow the flow to take your head with the spine without any unnecessary harsh jerking, so that we're warming into the spine while we're opening up the heart. So place your awareness here in the heart and bring that heart forward, setting your intention to really open up your ability to love. Not only loving yourself, but loving others. Or not only loving others or giving everything to others, but firstly giving to yourself. Finding out what your needs are. Right, so continuing with that. And then come back to center. You're going to take your right leg and you're going to bring it behind you. If this is uncomfortable, just keep your right leg in front. You're going to turn towards your left leg. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, reach your chest forward and your chin forward. Now, as you come back, you're going to push into your hands and round your upper spine. So it's a very graceful, flowing movement. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. So as you come back, you can just push into your hands a little to help you come up. But really warming right into the spine, into all the areas of the spine, right up into the neck area. And then come back up. You're going to turn to face the other leg. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, gently take yourself forward as far as you can go. It won't be very far in this position, and that's absolutely fine. And just gently pulse it here. And then coming up, you're going to take your right leg and you're going to hold onto your right toe. Place your left hand next to you to support you. As you breathe in, you're going to lift that foot slightly, and as you breathe out, you're going to extend that leg over to the side and drop your chin. Now you're going to resist a little by pulling your belly button back into your spine. You're going to inhale, bring the heel back to center, just as far towards the navel as you can, keeping the chest open, and as you exhale, you're going to straighten the leg. But not everybody is going to be able to straighten the leg, just take it as far as you can. So it's inhale, exhale as you take it across the body, inhale, Exhale, open it. Now take your arm up and just feel like you're presenting yourself to the world, keeping those shoulders beautifully soft. Inhale, and as you exhale, take it over. Inhale and exhale, opening up that heart. Inhale, exhale, take it over. Inhale, exhale, and hold it here. Reach those fingers up to face the ceiling, so your hand is in a receiving gesture. You're going to keep that foot flexed. Keep your awareness of your belly, your core, the parts of the body touching the floor. Lift the pelvic floor, that hammock of muscles at the base of the spine. And if you can, you're going to release that hand and slowly take that foot to the floor. Take the hands onto the floor, breathe in. And as you breathe out, slide your hands forward. This leg is active. These toes are looking up at the sky, pulling back towards the knee. Just take yourself as far as you comfortably can, and you're going to inhale, lift the body slightly, and you're going to exhale and take it as far as you can. The next inhalation, you're going to breathe in for 2, 1, 2, and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can, place your elbows onto the floor. Inhale for 2, come up slightly. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 2, all nostril breathing. Exhale for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and take it to your lowest, 7, 8, flattening out. And if you not everyone's going to be able to flatten out on the floor. You're just going to take it as far as you can. And then breathe in before you come up. As you breathe out, drag your hands back. Place your left hand onto the floor behind you, so that when you lift up, your hand is under your shoulder, and you're going to reach up over with your right arm, pointing your toe, looking up at those fingers. Now stretch your fingernails away from your toe, making your body long. As you inhale, you're going to lower your tailbone to the floor, flex your foot. As you exhale, point your toes, you lift up. So it's inhale gracefully with that arm. Exhale over. Inhale. Exhale over. Inhale. Exhale over and hold it here. Lift up out of that supporting shoulder. Push your hips forward and then slowly release back down onto the floor. And we do the other side. So now we're going to place the left foot in front, hands onto the ankle, and again just rock backwards and forwards. So you're going to inhale as you open your chest, lift your chin slightly. Exhale, drop back as you drop your chin into your chest. Inhale, so you're rocking onto the front of your sit bones. Exhale, rocking onto the back of your sit bones. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and just keep going. Let's do 2 more like that. And last one. Coming back up. And you're going to lift that left foot, and you're going to take it around only if it is comfortable for your knee, placing it behind you. You're going to turn towards your easy side, and you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, flow all the way down. Inhale up, head comes up last. Be graceful with your movements. No jerking. Chest comes forward. Opening up the back of the heart as you come up, opening up the front of your heart as you come forward. And back up to center. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to twist over to the slightly more difficult side. And you're going to slowly release forward as far as you comfortably can. And then just gently pulse it there a few times. Squeezing into the side of the body. And then coming back up. You're going to lift up, take hold of that left toe. And you're going to inhale, Hand onto the floor behind you, and as you exhale, push your heel in the opposite direction. Drop your chin. Let that shoulder stretch forward as you extend that leg as far as you can. And then bending into your knee, inhaling, come back to your center. Open up the heart, exhale, and extend that leg as far as you can. Inhale, bend. Heel comes to the navel. Exhale, take it over. Resist slightly by pulling your belly button back into the spine. And inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, breathe in. As you breathe out, hold it here. Now you're going to take your right arm up gracefully, palm facing upwards. Fingers are soft. And you're going to pull into the navel, lift the pelvic floor, engage the thigh muscles. You're lifting the kneecap. And if you can, lift that hand, hold it there for a moment, and slowly lower it down to the floor. And then release your hands onto the floor, opening up the chest. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're going to come forward, come up slightly, and now stretch your arms forward. And you're going to inhale, 1, 2, and out for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, come up slightly as you inhale for 2, filling those lungs. Now empty those lungs for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2. And exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Taking it as far as you can, walk your hands forward and release the upper body and the neck and the shoulders and the head. And then walk the hands back, bringing your hands behind you. You're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to lift up the seat off the floor. Now point your toe, opening up the chest to the sky. Lower the tailbone to the floor. Flatten out your hand next to you, your right hand on the floor, and you're going to inhale. As you exhale, make sure your right hand is under your right shoulder as you reach your fingers away from your pointed left toe. Inhale and release the arm. And exhale, take it over, looking up at those fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, now lift up out of that supporting shoulders. You put space underneath the right ear. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale and hold it here. And reach those fingers. And lift up. Lift up that rib cage. Lift up those hips. Open up that heart. And then release it back down. Hands onto the floor. Bring your knees together and come down onto your hands and knees. Coming up onto the knees. Now before we go back, if some of you are very tight, we're going to be bringing the arm back onto the foot. You can place your toes onto the floor. If you can, you're going to keep the tops of the feet on the floor. You want to get an external wrapping, external rotation in the upper legs so that it feels like you're wrapping. You're getting a sense of wrapping. And you're going to take your right arm up to the ceiling. You're going to watch those fingers as you bring the hand behind you onto your ankle. Now take your left arm up and reach. Now push your hips as far forward as they go. And inhale, and as you exhale, flatten out that rib cage. Let your core engage to help protect your lower back. And then before you come up, you want to give those inner thighs a squeeze. So first, inhale, exhale, contract into the core. Now lift the pelvic floor. Now squeeze those inner thighs together as you come up and cartwheel your hands down so that your left hand comes onto the mat. Your right arm comes parallel to the floor and your left leg extends behind you, and you find that perfect balance as you lengthen your crown away from your back toe and you lengthen your shoulders down towards your hips. Now slowly release your hand onto the floor. Your left elbow comes down to the floor and your left hip comes up into the sky and your forehead comes onto the floor or as close as it can. Now bend your left knee and open that hip and bring your left toe towards your tailbone. Before you come up, you're going to push into your left hand, contract into the core, rounding the spine slightly as you drag that hand back and you bring your left leg around, making sure your heel is under your knee, now slightly externally rotating your left foot. You place your hands underneath your shoulders, fingers spread wide, neck is long, back toe is into the floor, and just stretch it out. Now push into the hands and tuck the chin and round into the spine. Now release it, inhale, knee comes to the floor. Now put the top of the foot on the floor. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, lift the knee, round into the spine, and you're going to press into the top of your foot, into the floor as you tuck your chin, and you're just going to pulse it here. 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can, come down onto the elbows or stay on the hands if you can't. Come down onto the elbows. And the same thing again. 4, 3, chin is tucked. 2, you're looking up at your belly button. 1, and then slowly lower the knee to the floor. Bring your hands back onto the underneath your shoulders, and you're going to lift that back foot up. Bring your left arm around. Take the outside of your foot and pull that foot as close to your tailbone as you can. If you want to, you can change your hand position onto the outside of your right foot, looking over that shoulder, stretching into the right thigh, and release it down. Hands come back onto the floor. Now extend your left leg. Bring your hands under your shoulders on either side of your leg and just extend over that leg, pulling the left hip back into the left hip socket. Right hip comes slightly forward. And then bring your knees back underneath your hips, and you're going to come up and make your choice either on the toes, on the flats of the feet. Again, externally wrapping into those hips. I want you to feel like you're lifting the earth energy up into those thighs. Inhale, and you're going to take the left arm back, left hand onto that foot. If you can't get onto the foot, just place your left hand onto your hip, and you're going to take the right arm up and look up at those fingers, lifting up out of that left shoulder now, opening up your heart center. And then you're going to inhale. Before you come up, exhale, squeeze those inner thighs together, cartwheel the right hand to the floor. Left arm now comes parallel to the floor, right leg extends behind you. Find your balance. Feel the core supporting this posture. Feel your foundation, your right hand, your left knee holding you, keeping your body absolutely square. Shoulders are square, hips are square. Then slowly lower your left hand to the floor, and your right elbow comes down to the floor as you lift that back leg and slide your left hand forward, keeping your left elbow straight, bringing your forehead or whatever you can as close to the floor as you can, onto the floor if possible, opening up that hip, and then now bend your right knee, bringing the heel into the tailbone. Holding it there for a moment. You're going to use your core muscles to bring you back. So you're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to pull your navel in towards your spine. Drag your hand back underneath your left shoulder. And you're going to bring that right leg around, placing it onto the outside edge of your mat, heel under the knee. And placing your hands onto the inside of that foot, spreading the fingers wide, toe into the floor, extend your leg and tuck your chin and push into the floor with your hands and lift that chest. So you're closing the chest now, you're opening into the upper back And then slowly release, if it's comfortable for you, to put the top of your foot on the floor. Inhale, and as you exhale, same thing again, tucking your chin, contracting into the abdominals, straightening your left knee as much as you can, and lift up as you push into the hands and pulse it there. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can, come all the way down onto the elbows. Same thing again. Inhale. As you exhale, now push into the forearms and tuck the chin and straighten your back leg and pulse it there for 1, 2, 3, 4. Release that knee to the floor. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. And you're going to lift that back foot off the floor. Take your right arm up and take your right hand onto either the outside or the inside of that foot. Don't collapse into the front of the body. Keep it open, chest open, as you gently draw that foot. It might be far enough for you. You might only be here, and that's fine. Otherwise, you're going to bring that foot in as close as you can. Stretching out into that thigh. Gracefully, gently release that hand. Bring the hand forward. Now straighten your right leg and bring your hands on either side of your right leg, pulling your right hip back into the right socket. Left hip comes slightly forward as you extend over that leg. And then bring the hands onto the inside, and you're going to bring your knee back again. So you're back onto all fours. Coming back up, we're going to repeat that, but we are going to add something on, making it a little bit more challenging for those who want to. So you're going to breathe in, you're going to take your right arm up. Let your left arm follow as you take your right hand onto your right ankle and reach that arm before looking up at those fingertips. Now gently push and encourage those hips forward to the front of your mat. You're going to inhale. As you exhale, lift, squeeze those inner thighs, and you're going to bring that hand, cartwheeling it down onto the floor. Same thing again. Right arm comes parallel to your mat, left leg comes parallel, left toe is pointed. Find your balance, hold it there for a moment. Feel what's stabilizing you, what's holding you. Slowly lower the right hand to the mat and slide your fingertips forward, bringing the left elbow to the mat. And again, you're going to bend into your left knee, pushing into the left hand. Bring your right hand back under your shoulder. Spread the fingers wide, because that right hand is going to be supporting you now. Drop your right toes into the floor and take your left arm up, and this already might be challenging enough for you. You don't want to be collapsing into that shoulder. This shoulder is going to be stabilizing where we are going next. So you want to keep space. You want to lift your rib cage. You want to draw your shoulder blade down so you've got your correct stabilizers working in your shoulder. To take it one step further, you're going to press into the ball of your left foot and take your weight back onto the left foot as you lift your right knee and come up, placing the right foot onto the floor, but keep the left heel lifted. Now lift those hips and reach your arm behind you. Lift, 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 and reach. You're going to slowly come down. Elbow comes into the navel as you lower your hips to just above the floor, and then take it all the way back up again. You are welcome to rest in a forward bend if you prefer. Bring the elbow into the navel, inhale. Exhale, take it over. Elbow into the navel, drop the hips, and over. Let's do one more. Elbow into the navel, exhale over, and then slowly lower the tailbone to the floor. Extend your legs out in front of you. Take your arms up. Inhale. And as you exhale, release forward, lowering your chin down as far as you can. tuck your chin, and then slowly roll up, stacking one vertebra at a time, bringing the head up last. Don't hammer yourself if you can't do that last bit. Just do what you can, as long as you're enjoying exploring your body in new ways. So we're coming back onto the knees to do the other side. This lower part of your body is your foundation. Foundation is always important. We need to be grounded in our lives, but we need to find that lightness in our upper bodies. So really feel where your knees are touching the floor, where the backs of your feet are touching the floor. I want you to feel like you're lifting the earth's energy as you gently squeeze those inner thighs together, getting an external wrapping in the tops of the thighs. You're going to take your left arm up this time first. Take your left arm, bring your right arm up. Left hand rests either onto your hip or onto your ankle, and take that arm over and look up at those fingers, stretching into the right armpit, lifting those ribs up to the sky. Inhale from here. As you exhale, squeeze those inner thighs together as you cartwheel your right hand onto the floor, extending your left arm parallel to the floor, right leg parallel to the floor, pointing your right toe. Imagine there's a line of light from the crown through the tailbone, and you're making your body long, extending without twisting and talking, keeping everything square and strong. And then inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower your left hand to the floor. The right elbow comes to the floor, your forehead comes onto the floor, and then you are going to bend into that knee, opening up that hip for what's to come. From here, inhale, exhale, engage into the core as you drag that hand back and bring your left hand under your shoulder now. Your right toe goes behind you onto the ball of the right foot, and you're going to bring your left arm up. And this is as far as you might want to go. If you want to take it one step further, you're slowly going to take your weight onto the ball of the right foot. And then as you shift your weight, bring the left knee off the floor. Keep the right heel off the floor as you extend your body over, lifting those hips high to the sky. You're going to inhale, bring the elbow into the groin. As you exhale, lift those hips up and reach over. Inhale. Right heel stays off the floor. Exhale over and lift those hips. Inhale. Keep that space in the left shoulder. Make sure that left shoulder is working well to support you. You're not collapsing into that left shoulder. One more. And reach it up, and now lift those hips, extend, hold, reach, open up that heart. And then release the elbow to the knee. Tailbone comes all the way down onto the floor. Hands behind you as you extend your legs out in front of you. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale and extend forward, and just hold it here in a forward bend for a moment. Close your eyes. Keep breathing. Nice, long, deep breaths. And just notice how warm the body feels. Notice how quiet the mind becomes when you go into forward bends, calming down the entire central nervous system as you do so. And then slowly, with a rounded spine and the chin tucked, you're going to roll up. And you're going to bring your arms up, and you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to tuck your pelvis slightly, keeping your arms parallel to the mat. Shoulders, upper body really soft, but the core is contracted, the pelvic floor is lifted, your rib cage is flattening into your spine, and you're rounding into your spine. From there, you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to take it a little bit further. Inhale, exhale a little bit further. Inhale, exhale a little bit further. Breathe in as you breathe out a little bit further. Inhale, exhale. Last one, you can do it. Inhale, exhale, and release the head onto the mat, lying flat on your back. If this is uncomfortable, you can prop a cushion under your knees, or you can lie on your side. Just reach your arms out behind you, point your toes, stretch it out, and then bring your hands next to you, palms facing upwards. Let your feet flop open. Deep breath in, fill the body with oxygen, and as you breathe out, sink your body down into the floor. And then just take a scan through your body, noticing how warm it is, feeling the parts of your body that you've energized through your movement, through your conscious yoga. And relax the whole body onto the floor. Let the floor hold you. Let your lower body relax, the left and the right leg, the hips. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils, and as you breathe out, relax from the hips down to the feet. And then move your awareness to your spine, your shoulder blades, your shoulders, backs of your arms, back of your head. And just allow yourself to sink downwards. And then just take your awareness to your heart chakra, that is the center of your chest. And just imagine that you have a rose, a beautiful pink rose, but it's a bud, a beautiful new bud. Just imagine, if you're very visual, you can give it a color, pink. And just imagine that you're able to water that bud, and using your visualization to imagine that beautiful little bud opening slowly, one petal at a time, and as each petal opens, releasing the most beautiful fragrance into the atmosphere. And with each exhalation, just allowing your body to be completely receptive is enabling this rose to open very gently, naturally, until the entire rose is open and just shimmering in the light at your heart center. And imagine that the fragrance of this rose is now able to transmute itself into a beautiful pink loving energy that you are able to send out into the world around you. And imagine that pink mist from that beautiful rose growing and expanding, moving into the atmosphere around your body until your entire body is surrounded by this love. And as you do this, allow yourself to feel where this love is coming from. It's from an endless, infinite source, from the universe, the Creator. Allow it to fill your heart, surrounding you, holding you, loving you, nurturing you, your entire body, surrounded by this beautiful, pink, loving mist. And then imagine, or allow it to multiply and grow, coming from this infinite source, moving out into the room, into your house, into each room. Imagine it going through the windows out into your garden, reaching each of your plants and every blade of grass, every little creature that resides beneath the earth, surface of the earth, up into the sky where the birds are, around your neighborhood. Imagine that this pink mist is reaching into the homes of the people that need it most, reaching into the hearts of the people that yearn for love. A pure sense of loving kindness reaching out into the universe, into your neighborhood, and taking it even further to any lost souls out there who don't have a home, who are trying to stay warm under a bridge. Sending your love to them. Imagine this loving kindness wrapping its light around each human being and around each sacred animal, every living creature on this planet, able to receive this love that is flowing through you. Allow it to continue to grow and move, reaching further into areas where there are many people who are battling, who might not have the means to survive as easily as you do. Sending your love to each individual, each person, each animal that is hungry, anyone that might be struggling for any reason. And imagine this pink loving light now wrapping its love and beauty and nurturing around the entire earth, every single country, every single person, every single living thing. Mother Earth herself, receiving this healing love. Feel how this love connects every single one of us. Feel how we become one as this love makes us one. Feel the rhythm of the breath of the entire earth and humanity as one. And just setting the intention to leave that loving kindness in the places where it is needed most on this planet at this time. come back to your body on the floor. Come back to your own heart center. And just allow yourself to feel gratitude that you were able to do this today, that you would be able to share a part of your love, that you were able to tap into this infinite love that is always there and share it with the world, that you have been able to do something today to make a difference, to help, to share. Gently rub your thumb over each fingertip. And take a deep breath in. Fill your lungs, fill your heart, fill your body with light, and breathe out. And then inhale and take your arms up and over. Point your toes and reach. As you exhale, bring one knee at a time into your chest and give yourself a big hug. Just rocking gently from side to side. And when you are ready to roll over onto your right, pushing into your left hand as you come up into a seated position with your legs in easy pose, one in front of each other. Hands into prayer at your heart center, sealing in all the goodness that you have sent out and allowing yourself from this moment on to receive the love you deserve and then to share it outwards, to keep that beautiful flow going on this planet so that we can all benefit together. Namaste, and thank you so much for sharing this moment with me today.